Hello, everyone. This is Janko Castro with QX Financial. Welcome back to one of our frequently asked question videos. We're going to be moving forward issuing a series of videos with questions that our clients ask us, and I figure that will help some of you learn more about the type of work that we do, how we help our clients, and specifically today, I want to share a question with you that we get when we talk about life insurance usually. So again, it's a frequently asked question that we get from our clients. And the question today is, how much is this going to cost me? Isn't life insurance very expensive? Specifically, whole life isn't whole life very expensive? And the answer is, it depends, right? It really depends. Usually, when people ask that question, they tend to compare term insurance with whole life insurance in the sense of how much money we're paying, what we call the premium. Most people do it on a monthly basis. So, as you guys know, term insurance premiums tend to be very inexpensive, very low for a large amount of coverage. And whole life premiums tend to be much larger for a smaller amount of that benefit. So that's the reason I think why people think that it's more expensive because you have a higher premium. So the best way to illustrate this dynamic of this dichotomy is through the analogy of buying a home. So when you buy a home, you probably pay more than when you're renting, but long term you develop something we call equity. When you are just renting, usually you have a lower monthly payment that you pay in rent, but long term you don't really develop any benefit. So the same thing happens when it comes to term and whole life. When you have term insurance, as I mentioned earlier, you have a lower, inexpensive premium, but long term, you don't develop any equity. With whole life, you are indeed putting more money, but you have something we call the net cash value. That means that as the years progresses, that premium that is coming in earns dividends in the case of whole life. And full disclosure, not every company pays dividends. You got to make sure to talk to your financial professional in this regard. But some companies pay dividends through the years. So let's say you buy a 30-year term or you put money for 30 years into a whole life. At the end of the 30 years, most likely, you will have more money than what you put in. So you're going to have a net plus a net benefit value. Not to mention that you will have that benefit ongoing potentially for the rest of your life, whereas the term after 30 years or 20 years, depending on the term, or 10, most terms are 10, 15, 20, or 30 years, it goes away. So there you go. So it's not that whole life is more expensive than term insurance. Actually, the underlying insurance benefit probably costs about the same. The issue is whether you're buying or you're renting. Are you building equity or are you just paying for something? And that's the distinction. Now the question is, what should you do? Well, it really depends on your situation. Permanent insurance does carry a lot of benefits besides just that equity gain. It has tax advantages. It has liquidity advantages. There is a lot that goes into that really makes whole life attractive for the right person. But again, is it the right thing for you? Talk to your financial professional. We here at QX Financial, I'm happy to help you to make the decision. Down in the description, you'll see a link to the article that we wrote on this topic. So it's going to go a little more into detail of what I discussed here in this video. And also there's a link there to ask questions. So feel free to click on that. Feel free to send us a question. If you want to get a free, no obligation consultation, we're more than happy to do so. So once again, make sure to subscribe to our channel if you want to continue to get these frequently asked question videos. We have a lot of content coming up, so we would love to share with you. Let us know if we can be of any help, and have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.